Hey, what's up, everybody? This is David Warren, LearnToCut.com. Learn to Cut Fades, Tapers, and Afros by David Warren, volumes 1, 2, and 3. This is an outliner review. These are the outliners that I use. This is part of my personal barber set. I was just going to go over each one and talk to you about the strengths that each liner has, why I use them, turn them on for a little while, let you hear the sound of them. And if you were thinking about buying any piece of equipment that you see here, you should do so. It would be a great investment. I stand on my word. And starting with these T outliners, I've been using this product for over 20 years. These are great. As you can see, it's not too loud, sounds smooth. As long as the blade is maintained, you'll be able to use these for a very long time. It's the T outliner. It's very good. This is the Andis Styliner too. This produces a very smooth haircut, longer hair on the neck, for afros, lines like that. This does a great job. Designs, it's great. I think it's a very smooth clipper. The blade is a little bit more difficult to maintain, but once you set the blade right and you get it properly set, it's a phenomenal clipper. Very smooth. Very smooth. This is the Andis Superliner. This is the Andis Superliner. It's a little louder than these two, but the blade is detachable. And they made this so if you have 2 or 3 blades laying around, one might be set sharp, the other one not as sharp, the third one very smooth for children, something like that. If that's what you want to do, you can just pop each blade in, start it up like that. This is a rubber casing, smooth plastic. It's a very light clipper in comparison to Styliner 2. It's a very good clipper, it's just a little bit heavier. Also, T outliner's heavier too. I'm not sure what the weight is, but it feels like it's maybe almost half. It's a very good clipper. I like it a lot. It's the Andis Superliner. Next we have the Wahl 5-star detailer. I was a little skeptical at first, because in the past, the detailers that I tried by Wahl haven't been up to par with the Andis outliners. But Wahl did a very good job with this clipper. As you can hear, it's not too loud, it's very smooth. And once this blade is set correctly, the lines that you get from this clipper right here, phenomenal. And it's very fast too. You're not spending a lot of time in the area that you're trying to detail. I mean, once you hit it, it's gone. Very fast clipper, I like it. And like I said, I was a little skeptical at first because I was, so loyal to the Andis brand for so many years. And like I said, this Wahl 5-star detailer, very good investment for the money. Very good investment. Now these next clippers that I'm going to talk to you about are off the radar. A lot of people don't know about them as much, but they produce some phenomenal, very smooth lines without irritating the client and remove the hair very well. This is the Andis T liners. Andis T liner. This is a pivot motor in here. Very powerful. Very powerful. You can hear that. It almost, feels like you have a pair of clippers that, has a T liner blade on them. If you notice, the blade is it's a little different than the traditional, T outliner blade. It gives you a little bit more textured cut, and the lines, they come out very smooth. It's a very comfortable clipper to hold. It's very light and slim. As you can see, this in comparison to the T outliner, very slim, but it's a very smooth product. I like it. This is one of my favorite pairs of clippers. This is the Oster T Finisher. It's chrome limited edition. this. Very smooth, quiet, and it impresses the clients with just the look. It looks like a very clean clipper. Not too many people have seen it before, and the level of comfortability that you get from the shaves is unmatched. It's unmatched. Very smooth. Very smooth. It feels like, you know, nothing is touching the skin at all. The hair just falls right off, as low as it can possibly go. They produce different blades for these. Shaver blade and this T-blade. Oster's been off the radar as far as just primary outliners, but these came out. I was given a pair a while ago, and I didn't use them for a while. I just, you know, put them to the side. I tried them out one day, conditioned the blade, and the shaves and the lines that I was getting from these, I was completely blown away. I was very shocked, and you know, shortly after that, I started using these clippers every day. These are very good. The Oster T finisher, as you can hear, it sound very smooth, quiet, and I mean the look is phenomenal. The look is phenomenal. Okay, and last we have the Wahl Hero. This is a smaller clipper. I set the blade very smooth, keep it in my hands when I'm cutting kids' hair, and you know, it's pretty versatile. I don't put too much stress on this. I don't allow it to perform, you know, top-notch tasks. Like I said, I keep this set, you know, very smooth. Keep it in my hand for when I'm cutting kids' hair. It's a pretty small clipper, and it's not that bad on designs too, but it's okay. It's not my favorite, but I like it. You know, my favorites, one of these 6 right here. Just depends on the situation. The key with these clippers are having the blades maintained properly. The clipper itself, it's just moving this blade. But if the blade isn't set right, you're not going to get the cut that you want. So, you know, you might want to place less emphasis sometimes on the actual clipper and more emphasis on the blade maintenance. We have this clipper maintenance series. I show you how to sharpen and maintain each of these blades so that it's functioning at the highest level possible and you're producing the best haircuts that you can possibly produce. In addition to these outliners, the actual clippers that I use, I'll show you also. This is the Oster Speedline. This is a very good clipper. It's very fast. Produces great cuts in no time. I mean, you fade, very good fades with these. Tapers are great. Tapers are great with these. It's the Wahl balding clipper. Great for bald heads, bald fades. It takes a lot of the pressure off the outliners. I don't use outliners for the actual balding portion of haircuts because I feel like over time it ruins the blade. So these balding clippers are great. I'll show you how to sharpen these and set these so that they're cutting just as low. It's a 5 or a 6/0, and it's not hard at all. As you can see, this blade is set, I mean, so that you know, they cut very efficiently, very efficient. This is the Wahl 5-Star Senior. This is great. This is one of the best clipper I've ever owned. You know, I was initially, you know, loyal Andis Master user. As you can see, I use these for over 20 years. These are great. Durability is great, but the fade process is much faster with these 2 clippers. And I put the taper blade on these Wahl Seniors. This is a smooth blade in the back. It's very fast. Fade process on this is about, you know, 3 or 4 notches. Fade process on this is maybe 4 to 5 sometimes. And this is a very good clipper. I like it. I don't have any major complaints about it at all. I've used it for over 20 years. Personally, I prefer to use these 2 clippers. I feel like, you know, This tandem works great. And then what I'll do is I'll choose maybe 2 or 3 outliners that I will be able to use on the client after the cut. What happens is, you know, when you're performing detailed work, sometimes these liners get hot. So you want to have a good selection of outliners to use. You know, when you're outlining the back of the neck, you can use, you know, one, and then when you come to the front, you can use another. You don't want to just use one pair of liners for the whole cut. They get hot and put a lot of pressure. And you also want to have different outliners for different textures of hair, because you'll notice that certain outliners work on, you know, straight hairs. Certain outliners work better on curly hair, or, you know, thick, coarse skin versus smooth skin. So there's a number of different situations that you're going to be faced with, because everyone is not the same, doesn't have the same texture of hair, and doesn't have the same, you know, sort of type of skin. These Wahl super close shavers, definitely great to follow up the shave with any of these. If the skin can handle it, you know, this is a smooth, dry shave. It'll eliminate any stubble or anything that's there. Follow this up at the end of doing a bald fade or a bald head. It worked great. And these are my Simone shears. These, you know, these are my go-tos. I have a few pairs of shears, but I mean, if you're talking about taking the loose ends down or cleaning up a haircut, waves, afros, all loose hair, these are a great shear. Great shear. So this is my equipment set. This is what I use. It's what I make my money with, and you know, I hope I've given a thorough explanation of each clipper. If you're thinking about investing in anything that you see here, you know, it would definitely be a wise investment. Definitely be a wise investment. And last but not least, I don't want to forget about these. These are the, you know, classic 7/6ers, as you can see. Takes a lot of cutting to do that. I no longer use these. I just wanted to show you these just to show you you know, how long I've been cutting hair. I started out using these 2 clippers with the outliner. This is my original combination. This is what I started out with. I would, you know, take them down with this, fade them with this, line them with these. I mean, if you're just a up-and-coming barber and you wanted to purchase three clippers that would really, you know, help you out, you should definitely get these. And after you purchase these, learn how to cut hair, get your techniques down, and you start branching out, and you'll start making more money cutting hair. You'll want to invest in your business. And when you get a chance to do so, you should definitely buy a pair of these. These are great. These 2, phenomenal. These are great. These are the sleepers. Don't forget about these. Not too many people know about these. If you have these, you'll blow a lot of barbers out the water. These are the sleepers right here, the Andis T-liners. Not outliners, T-liners. Here's what the box looks like if you don't have the box. Those are great. This is David Warren, LearnToCut.com. These are my clippers that I use. I hope you found this informational valuable, useful. And this is my set. I have thorough videos, and I show you how to sharpen and maintain each clipper that you see here. So you can check out other videos on how to sharpen your clippers that I produced. And like I said, we'll get your clippers operating as best as possible so that you're producing the highest level haircut that you can possibly produce. I'm David Warren, LearnToCut.com. Learn to Cut Fades, Tapers, and Afros by David Warren. Check out our clipper maintenance series and continue to be the best barber that you can possibly be. Thank you. Check out the next video.